yes, I must confess, but nonetheless, I open the door.
Good afternoon, I'm Susan McCord, and my guest today is Ken Deering. Hi, Ken.
Hi, good to see you again.
You too. So what we're going to do today is a topic that many people are talking about, especially with Heidi Montag, who's had all these surgeries in the last, a couple of months. What the title of our show is, when should you get plastic surgery and is it addictive? Well, I guess if we ask Heidi, she'd probably say, no, it's not addictive because she doesn't want to look like she is kind of stuck in that mode.
Totally.
But how do you have 10 surgeries at
and
once?
And not be addicted.
Yeah. And at 23.
It's stupid. They go, oh, well, maybe if we did this or did that, you'd look, they would change your whole image. And I think that's why it's addictive, because you get sucked into that whole thing about, well, I'll do a little now, and then I'll do a little more and a little more. And eventually, you look like a Barbie doll.
You understand. But let's talk about the general public, people that we know that are saying, okay, I'm getting older, I want to do preventative wrinkles, aging, whatever.
Yeah, looking for that quick fix.
Yeah.
So I've got a party to go to. I'm going to put some preparation H under my eyes.
My reunion.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to look my absolute best and 10 years younger. And then all of a sudden you get home and take your clothes off and everything falls to the floor.
It's true.
It's true. And that's what people are doing. You know, and I think it's initially it started off being like more of a women's issue.
Yes.
But lots of men are getting into it now.
Sure they are.
Yeah, I mean, like you can get calf implants, like cheek implants, lip implants. It's
20 grand. Do whatever you want to do.
I'd buy a nice car. No.
If it's got something that plays on your self-esteem on a regular basis, I think you should do it.
That's a good point.
I do.
That's
because
a good point.
It actually defines who you are, your insecurity. So it's like the old weakest link.
True.
Your weakest link of your appearance will define your security within yourself.
Right.
So a transfer of fat from one part of your body to another part. Well, personally, if I had somebody throw me 20 grand and said, what would you want to do? Well, I'll be your guinea pig. I'll try it. Sure. So take a little from here and put a little up here, right? And it's natural. So
that's
yes,
true.
You're having surgery. Yes, you're going under the knife, but it's your own fat being deposited in a different place.
I was doing a little bit of research online, and men are having this done for penis enlargement, and they're having fat injected into their penis. I just kind of Googled penis enlargement, and like pages of this stuff came up.
Yeah.
It was like the Sears robot catalog. It's like nonstop. And the pictures were pretty interesting.
There's a lot of women who've had a lot of problems with pregnancy and what it does to your body after.
For sure.
So that's another reason I'm not against plastic surgery to a certain degree, because I think that as a woman having children, it really does do a job. And
it changes your body for sure.
It totally does. And guys, I don't think get that quite as much because they're not delivering the child or going through the 9-month process or they
don't have the physical change in their body.
Like Octomom.
Right.
She says she didn't have any surgery. She looks damn good though.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe it.
Do it for the right reason and be aware of the consequences or maybe some of the pitfalls.
Yeah, and don't do it for your partner. Do it for you.
Good. Like their partner, they want them to look a certain way for their friends.
Trophy wife.
Yeah, exactly. Trophy husband, whatever. Yeah,
exactly.
It totally is true.
Exactly.
Like a lot of people sort of judge themselves by who they're with and who their social network is.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it if it helps you with your self-esteem. If you're like Heidi Montag, who's going and doing this continually at the age of 23, you've got some serious things you need to talk about with somebody who's got a degree. And this is not something that you should be doing on a regular basis at a young age. You've got too many other things to worry about at that age. You don't need to be worrying about how hot your body is and how perfect it is.
Right.
Because the minute you start eating this stuff, you start noticing all your other flaws, and that's where it becomes addictive.
Totally.
So anyway, cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, Ken. Thanks for all your tips on the penis enlargement.
Well, you know, I have a little bit of research behind me.
Just a little bit of research.
To your sweet caress, and now here I stand. This situation, time to